Welcome to the Political Ferret Show. New content will be uploaded every Wednesday and Sunday. This video was financed by my Patreons. Thank you for making the change possible. From the nations that brought us the ideology that led to at least 200 million deaths by communists all over the world came this new movie in 2017, The Young Karl Marx. See what happens when English, German and French join forces to sell a failed ideology in a new motion picture, forgetting 100 years of suffering caused by those who followed the ideas of Karl Marx. The young Karl Marx, played by August Diehl, who is best known as SS-Sturmbannführer Hellstrom in the similar historical accurate movie Inglourious Bastards. With 40% on Rotten Tomatoes, it is loved by the critics and not so well perceived by the rest of the audience. Watch Karl Marx dwelling in poverty and talking to workers, which he would have done in reality if he would not have seen them as way below him. See him interacting wonderfully with his family, which he might have done if he would have been a good father, especially to his illegitimate son that he had with Lenchen, the maid of the house. Maid might not be the right term in this regards. Maids get paid. Lenchen never got paid by the real Karl Marx. Neither were most of the people he lended money from, most of them working class people who wanted to help the great Karl Marx. Directed by Roll Peck, the former Minister of Culture to Haiti and radical political activist, came this fever dream of how wonderful Karl Marx actually was in his mind, portraying only 5 years of his life in the span of 1842 to 1847. Some of the more interesting parts are kept away from the young people who will have to endure this movie in history classes all over in Germany, France and England in the coming years. Such as Marx's inability to hold on to money or feed his family, mistreating his employer, mainly Lenchen, fighting working class socialists by dismissing them as uneducated and stupid, his affairs, especially with Jenny of Westphalen, a baron's daughter and proclaimed class enemy, his illegitimate son Freddy, of course, born by his housekeeper Lenchen, Friedrich Engel's frustration about Marx, who seldom turned for him for answers but often for money, and his troubled relationship with the Jewish people, which is portrayed in this movie in quite an entertaining way. Financed was this animated Wikipedia entry, of course, by state television and tax money. The young Karl Marx has the historical significance of films like Inglourious Bastards and is hated by the left for being not radical enough and is laughed upon by all the rest of us. But it will plant the seed in some young children's heads who will be forced to watch this, that Marx was a fine character, a great and cunning, intelligent and brave person, which he was not. As such, this movie adds another caricature of an historical figure that had nothing to do whatsoever with the original, portrayed by apparatchiks who never worked side by side with the working classes, financed by tax money. It's just 2 hours of insignificance worth 500 years salary of an average worker. Celebrated of course by the modern bourgeois, forgotten by most even before they noticed it. A failure like the man the film portrays.